Hello everybody, the Provider here. Today we're going to talk about cleaning, conditioning, and breaking in new and used baseball and softball gloves.
Don't touch mine.
Alright, before we get started, some videos I do, I sit here and I point and say, please like and subscribe. Invariably, I always end up pointing in the wrong direction. I imagine at this point in your life that you know how to like and subscribe to a YouTube channel. Please do that right now. Alright, we're talking gloves here today. It's a little bit different thing on my channel, but as a slow pitch softball player, it's something I am passionate about, and I am passionate about leather care, and that fits in with this quite well. So the big thing here is, if you're buying a glove, try and buy the best one that you can afford. That goes with the buying once, cry once policy. Baseball, softball, whatever it is you play, it's something that you can do for many, many years. And it's something that's a great skill to have and be able to pass along to friends, kids, whoever in your life. And not to mention, playing a game of catch, regardless of who it's with or what you're playing with, is just downright fun. So, with that in mind, I always recommend buying a nice leather glove. It doesn't have to be a top tier glove, it doesn't have to be a pro level glove, but make sure you're getting a full leather glove, because those faux leather gloves, that pleather, all that does is just break down in a year or so, and then you're left with buying another glove and breaking it in and going through the same old process. Whereas if you have a nice leather glove and you take care of it, it's going to last you for years to come. Okay, with that being said, we got to talk about these gloves and what they're exposed to. These gloves see some pretty harsh environments. Huge hot and cold swings sometimes. Sometimes you're playing in the rain. So these gloves get soaked and they're wet, and then you never dry them out properly because they most likely get thrown into a bag and left there until you play again. That's not good for leather. They see extremely dusty environments where dust gets into every single nook and cranny of these. They see wet outfields where you're running the grass, your glove through the wet grass, and it's getting soaked up on the tips, and the tips are getting wet and drying at a slower rate than everything else. Not to mention, you're sticking your sweaty paws in this thing for hours at a time, and you're sweating this thing from the inside out. That's not a great environment for many things, in my mind. So what we got to do is we have to clean, condition, and maintain these gloves so they last a long time for us. And that's what we're going to learn how to do today. So the first step, whether it's a new or used glove, is you want to clean it up real quick. Give it a quick wipe down. You don't know whose mitts have been all over it in the store. You don't know where it's been when you just picked it up off the road. And if it's your glove, you do know where it's been, and you should probably clean it anyways. So my go-to for cleaning supplies when it comes to leather, shoes, boots, you name it, baby wipes. I got kids, so I got a lot of them. If you don't, they're cheap. Go grab you a pack. You'll use them for a long time. So what you got to do is just give that leather, that glove, quick wipe down. It doesn't have to be the best wipe down job. You don't have to undo all the buckles and undo all the lacing. That's a pain. If you want to do that, go for it. But I don't. There's some things in life that just aren't worth it. Big key here. Spreading out the fingers of the glove here and getting inside there. That's where a lot of dust gets trapped. And when that dust gets trapped in there and you're playing, it kind of abrades the inside of that leather and can wear it out. So we're just wiping this down, getting all the dirt, the grime off of it. One wipe should do it, unless you got a pretty nasty glove. Mine's pretty dirty. It's been a while since I've done this, which is not good. Generally, I try to do it, so I play once a week. I make sure I clean and condition my glove before the season. I make sure I try to get it 1 or 2 times. I'd say maybe once a month or once every other month. And given how busy I have been lately, that has not happened. So this is probably the first cleaning it's had in 4 or 5 months. When we look at this wipe, it was bright white when we started. Okay, now that we have the glove cleaned, we can work on getting it conditioned. There are 2 different schools of thought on this. The right way and the wrong way. I guess you could say that. I won't say the wrong way. You know, there's 100 different ways you can go about doing something. We'll go with the quick way and then the right way. The quick way will be using Rawlings, whatever glove manufacturer, those leather conditioners, those leather oils, leather soaps, whatever they have. Using one of those products on your glove, I'm not a fan of that. Most of them contain chemical softeners that are going to make your glove break in quicker. They are going to make your glove soften quicker, but at the same time, it's kind of deteriorating the leather, so it's going to make your glove go away quicker. And by using some different products that are all natural, that are good for the leather, that really condition the leather, and then going about the break-in process the right way, which is using the glove, you're going to end up with a better final product, and you're going to be a better player. So, the 2 products I like to use are Obanoff's leather oil, and here in this bowl I just have some cold pressed coconut oil that you can get at almost any grocery store, and it's cheap. This you're going to have to order off the internet. Okay, here we go. Our glove is clean. It's looking good, but it could be looking a little bit better. So I'm going to move the camera and get you in close so you can see how these products perform. Okay, here we are. We're going to start off with the coconut oil. You see there's some liquid in there. It's kind of hard to see. You know it's hot when the coconut oil just melts in the bowl. Normally it is a solid at room temperature. Currently the garage thermometer says 89 degrees, which is going to make this good because it's going to soak in very well into this glove. So I'm going to start you out on the glove here. Just dip your hands, dip your fingers into the coconut oil, get it on there, and then just start rubbing it in. See how much of a difference that makes already? I like to make sure I really rub all the lacing. Try and get both sides of the lacing, really rub that in there. Just go through, get the whole glove. Once again, you want to kind of spread the fingers out a little bit so you can get in there, get the inside of that finger. It's just going to help to maintain this glove against the elements, against those harsh conditions we talked about. And this is a good time to be examining your lacing. So as you're going through and conditioning all of it, it's going to make these laces last longer. And if you're ever out in the field and you see one's come undone and you go to tie it, it's not going to snap on you because it's not dried out garbage leather anymore. You'll be able to tie it. You won't have to be worried about, man, I have to go get a whole new glove, or man, I got to learn how to relace a glove, which is kind of a pain. So you can see right there, I've done these 2 fingers compared to these 2 fingers. Quite the difference. Look how much darker it's gotten. That's because this leather is soaking up that coconut oil. And it's kind of transferred over here a little bit just because, you know, as I'm rubbing it, my hands are coated in it and it's going to get there. Okay. So, pretty good comparison. Pretty good comparison right there. Hasn't had any love, has had some love. This is what we want to see. And don't worry about your glove getting darker. It'll lighten up again, and that's when you know you need to hit it back with some more love. Get it conditioned. Okay. Now we're going to try the Obanoffs. We're going to get these 2 fingers here and see how it looks. So it comes with this nice little applicator. Allows you to get it on there. I like to rub some on and then use my hands. It's not bad for you. It's all natural product. It's not going to hurt your skin. You don't need to worry about wearing gloves. So once again, just get in there, rub it all in. Spread those fingers apart. And look at that. Can't really tell the difference between the two. I know I can't. Looks good on both. So we're gonna flip it over now. Get this other side. I'm gonna continue using the open offs here on this side. Just kind of put some dollops all over. And I'll come back with my fingers and my hand and rub that all in there. Get that looking good. Really want to make sure that we get all parts of this glove, get it all rubbed in there, get it well conditioned. So then all my little lacing chunks here, I'm going to use the coconut oil in the bowl just so I can dip my fingers real quick and then rub the lacing. I can really get in those areas. This is kind of a pain. This trapeze web that we got going on here is kind of a pain to get, so I just kind of get in there, rub as many of them as I can. Get all that lacing right there. Because really, when your lacing comes undone, it's because that leather has dried out and gotten looser. So when we condition this leather, it swells up and these knots become even tighter than they were, and you can give them a little yank on them and cinch them down even more. So let's hit all this lacing. I'm just hitting it from the outside here. I'll do it again on the inside, and that should give us pretty good coverage over it. Because we want that pocket to stay, we want that pocket to stay well conditioned. We want to stay loose so that we can keep forming it as we play into the glove and to the pocket that we want. That's the thing. Every time you condition your glove, every time you clean it and you take care of it, it just really becomes a better glove. It just breaks in just a little bit more every time, and it becomes more formed to your hand and to your play style. Okay, so there we go. Got both sides of this done, and as you're doing this, you don't need to use two products. I normally don't use two products. I either use all the open offs or I use all the coconut oil. It's really up to you. I'm just using both here to demonstrate. So now we're gonna hit the inside of the glove, and once we're done there, we're pretty much done. Not many gloves have a leather palm area. I would recommend trying to buy gloves that have a leather palm area. This one does, so I do hit that a little bit. I get in there, but otherwise, if it doesn't have leather in there, there's no point. Okay, let's keep going. We're almost done. This is really not that hard of a process. Apply, rub, repeat. Apply, rub, repeat. And just think, this is a new glove. This is step one to making it into your glove. If this is already your glove, this is step one of making your glove even better than it was. So once again, using the coconut oil, dabbing that, getting it on those laces. Making sure that we get all the areas, and I'll use coconut oil on the web and this last thumb finger here. Gotta get that pocket good. Okay, so while I'm finishing this up, I'm gonna start talking about breaking in your glove. So if you are not worried about breaking in your glove, it's already broken in, you could probably be done with the video, but if you want to learn a little bit about how I do it and my philosophy about doing it and why I do it that way, stick around. Stick around. I invite you to stay. It's good for you, it's good for me. Okay, so we're done here on this. Now we can talk about breaking this bad boy in. So our glove is conditioned. Really doesn't take that long. Just give it the good once over. If you want to go ahead and let it rest for an hour or so and then hit it again, by all means do that. But since I try to regularly take care of all my equipment, I generally just hit it one time. But if you're neglecting it or it's new, it might need 2 coatings. Okay, breaking in the glove. There are 100 different ways to break in your glove. It seems like you've heard about them all. You can put a baseball or softball in there, wrap your glove up, stick it under your mattress. That doesn't do anything to break in your glove. If anything, it barely forms the pocket. But try sticking anything under a mattress, it's not going to do much. I mean, pressure, is that all we're getting out of it? I don't know. Never really subscribed to that one, and I tried it one time as a kid, and as soon as I got on my bed and felt that huge lump, I'm like, get out of here. Not going to do that again. So, other ways, you got people that, subscribe to the, you put this leather soap or this leather softener on, and that'll just be all you need to do, and then you just walk around the house squeezing your glove all day. Okay, sure, fine. That's just going to kill your glove. I've heard of people putting their glove in the oven. I don't know what that's doing. All you're doing is baking it and you're killing it again. The number one best way to break in your glove, regardless of anything else, is to use it. Is to actually physically use it. Put it on, find a buddy, find somebody, dad, mom, brother, sister, whoever you got, go out and play catch. Playing catch is fun. Playing catch helps break in your glove. Playing catch helps make you a better player. If you can't find someone to play catch with, or you're trying to expedite the process because you bought the glove yesterday and you have a game in 1 day or 2 days and you can't find someone to play catch with for 9 hours a day. So you got to expedite the process, do more work on your part. So that's where some interesting things come in. Hold that. Back at it. Had to find my tools of the trade. If you're a baseball player, take the baseball and you can just throw it in the glove like this, hours on end. And it's going to start to shape that pocket, and every time you squeeze it, it's making that glove break in and break in. Baseball's not your sport. Softball. Throw that softball in there, hours on end, and you're going to break it out. Now, if you get bored with doing that and you want to switch it up, maybe you want to work on your footwork too. Get yourself one of these. Almost the size of a baseball, a little bit smaller. You can see that, a little bit smaller. This here is a lacrosse ball. It is heavier than this baseball. It is more dense than this baseball. It is solid rubber. So what you're going to do is you're going to find yourself a concrete wall, a brick wall, any durable wall that whoever owns said wall will allow you to throw this ball against and catch it. That works. Let's say you can't find a wall. What are you going to do? I'll show you what you're going to do. I'm just sitting in my garage right here. Take the ball, throw it against the floor. Take the ball, throw it against the floor. It'll bounce right back up. Woo! Just keep throwing it. Hours on end. And you're going to end up breaking in this glove. You're going to end up forming your pocket, and you're doing it the right way. You're doing it by actually using the glove. And the more you use this glove, the more it becomes your glove. So there. That's my number one tip for breaking in your glove. If you're going to do it the right way. Use a ball. Go play catch. If you can't find someone to play catch with, I just showed you what to do. So that's it. That's all I got for you. If you have any other suggestions, tips, hints, things that I don't know, because I don't know it all, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching. The Provider out.